Hello everyone, hope you are doing well. Welcome to Pincore Communal, where we have well-known experts and scholars ready to guide you. So in this video, you will be learning about the basic working principle of computer vision. First, let us have a look at the contents of today's video. First, we'll know about human vision along with the computer vision. Then comes evolution of computer vision. Then we will understand what is computer vision with an example. Then we will see what is CNN and how does it work. Similarly, we will see what is meant by RNN and how it works. It is followed by the difference between CNN and RNN, and then we will see the real-time applications of computer vision. First, we will see how human vision is different from computer vision. Human vision is amazingly beautiful and complex. An individual eye works almost the same way a camera does. Light moves through the lens system and falls on tiny cells that work as sensors and send the image to brain. All the creatures on earth have very similar visual systems. They include eyes for capturing light, receptors in brain for accessing it, and a visual cortex for processing it. Not only we dynamically locate objects, we track its movement, velocity and acceleration all effortlessly. Next time, if we want to catch a ball, our programs can also do it, but of course, human mind is far too efficient. Computer vision enables computer to see and understand digital images such as photographs or videos. Computer vision essentially revolves around pattern recognition. For computer vision to work, machines must learn from people to recognize images. Next, we will see the evolution of computer vision. Impact of technology has extended this amazing visual ability not just for ourselves but to machines as well. The first type of photographic camera was invented around 1816, where a small box held a piece of paper that is coated with silver chloride. When the shutter was open, the silver chloride would darken where it was exposed to light. When computer vision started to take shape as a field in 1960s, its aim was to try and mimic human vision system and ask computers to tell us what they see, automating the process of image analysis. Now, after 2 centuries, we have much more advanced versions of the system which can capture photos into digital form. So we are closely able to mimic how a human eye can capture light and color through image recognition. Now let us understand this with an example. For a machine, understanding the photo is much more difficult when compared to human. Now let us consider a picture shown here. Here, human brain will look into it and immediately decide that it's a flower. Because of the evolutionary context, we are able to immediately recognize it as a flower. But the computer does not have the same advantage. To an algorithm, the image looks exactly like this. Just a massive array of integer values that represent intensities across the color spectrum. Therefore, it is the algorithm that will help to understand the image context in the same manner how the human brain does. To achieve this, we use an algorithm which works very similar to human brain operation with the help of machine learning. So machine learning allows us to effectively train the context for the data set so that the algorithm can understand all those numbers to represent in a specific organization. Next, we will see what is meant by CNN and how it will work. A conventional neural network or CNN is a class of deep learning neural network most commonly applied to analyze visual images. Computer vision is readily taking complex problems and it is trying to gain accuracy, so that it can perform the same image recognition task, but like humans, they do make mistakes sometimes. The specific type of neural network that accomplishes this is called as convolutional neural network. And the CNNs are composed of multiple layers of artificial neurons. Convolution is the first layer to extract features from an input image. Convolution preserves the relationship between pixels by learning the image features using small squares of input data. CNN work by breaking down an image into a smaller group of pixels called filter. Each filter is a matrix of pixels, and the network does a series of calculations of these pixels and then compares them against the pixels in a specific pattern the network is looking. Continuing further, in the first layer of CNN, it is able to detect the basic patterns or the basic features like horizontal, vertical, rough edges and curves. Output of the first layer will be fed as input to the next layer, which extracts more complex features such as corners and combinations of edges. As this network performs more convolution, the layers will start detecting higher level features or objects such as face, cat, dog, etc. And this is done through large amount of label training data. Each time the CNN makes a prediction against the label data. It uses an error function to compare how close its prediction was to the image's actual label. Based on this error or loss function, the CNN updates its filter values and starts the process again. Ideally, each iteration performs with slightly more accuracy. So now we will see what is meant by RNN and how this works. What if instead of analyzing a single image, we have to analyze a video using machine learning? To address this issue, we have to take the output of CNN and feed it into another model which can handle the temporal nature of our videos. And this type of model is known as recurrent neural model. Recurrent neural networks or RNN are a class of neural networks that are helpful in modeling sequence data. When a CNN treats groups of pixels independently, an RNN can retain information, what it's already processed, and use that stored information in its decision making. RNNs can handle many types of input and output data. Now let us consider the example of packaging a box. First, we will train the RNN by passing it a sequence of frame descriptions such as empty box, open box, closed box, and finally a label and packaging. In the RNN process, each sequence uses a loss or error function to compare its predicted output with the correct label. Then it is adjusted with the weight and the process the sequence again until it achieves a high and a good. Now let's look at the difference between CNN and RNN. The main difference between these two depends on the ability to process temporal information or data that comes in sequence. Moreover, CNN and RNN are used for completely different purposes. CNN employ filters within convolutional layers to transform spatial data such as images, whereas RNNs reuse activation functions from other data points in sequence to generate the next output in a series for a sequence or temporal data. The CNN network takes fixed size inputs and generates fixed size outputs, whereas RNN can handle arbitrary input-output length. CNN is a type of feed-forward artificial neural network with variations of multi-layer perceptrons designed to use minimal amounts of pre-processing. RNN, unlike feed-forward neural networks, they can use their internal memory to process arbitrary sequence of input. CNNs use connectivity pattern between the neurons Individual neurons are arranged in such a way that they respond to overlapping regions styling the visual field. The recurrent neural networks use time series information. What a user spoke last will impact what he or she will speak in the next. These are few main differences between CNN and RNN. Now let's see some of the real-time applications. Computer vision can handle many complex tasks and hence it has wide range of applications in facial recognition, augmented reality apps, self-driving cars, agricultural field, medicine and healthcare sector, automation industries, in transportation and many more. Developed with convolutional neural networks, computer vision can perform segmentation, classification and detection for many other applications. After knowing all this information, we will see the challenges that we need to face while designing or building a computer vision model. In order to truly mimic or truly decide the image or videos using computer vision, the amount of data that we need to truly mimic human vision is incredibly large. For example, let us consider the image of a duck. Here, if we give only one image with this lighting, color, angle and shape, we can see that it is a duck. But what if any of that feature is changed or the image is rotated, or if we present the different image of a duck, then the algorithm might not understand what it is anyway. Now, this is the problem in case of pictures. To get an algorithm to truly understand and recognize the image content in the same way how human brain does, we have to feed incredibly large amount of data of millions of people, objects across thousands of angles, all annotated and properly defined. I hope by the end of this video you are able to answer questions such as evolution of computer vision, what is CNN and how it works, similarly what is RNN and how it works, followed by the difference between CNN and RNN and its real-time applications. If you have any queries, then drop a mail to communal@pincore.in or reach us on 9686963065. To become volunteer member, try to drop down to below location. Thank you for watching and stay tuned till next session.